Hi, Greg Russell, NBC Detroit.
Hi, Greg.
Elizabeth, how are you?
I'm good. It's nice to meet you.
A pleasure meeting you as well, even though I feel like I know you because I was this season just really pulls you in. And I mean, you did an excellent job and been reading other folks have been saying the same thing. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I just want to ask you, what was it like taking on this task of portraying one of the most notable people and known people of the 20th century?
It was daunting, and it was also a kind of challenge I couldn't really turn down. It, it, I was a big fan of the Crown in
Mhm.
a really sort of natural, honest way. I really watched it and loved it, and I used to binge it, and um, I didn't foresee that I would be a part of it, and so then when it came my way, it's the kind of environment, it's the kind of quality of filmmaking for television that you really, because that's what it feels like to me, sort of like making films in a way. And that's the kind of thing you really want to do, and that the writing is so good and that the way that these characters are written is so complex and there's so much time with them on screen. In a way, it's a no-brainer as an actor. You just think, I have to have a go at this. Why would I not do that? But of course, it's that funny thing that once you say yes, then you sit down at your kitchen table and you think, how do I do it? How do you go? Like, what's the entry point? And it goes without saying that with the real Princess Diana, there's this incredible love and people feel her so close still. And I'm one of those people on that side of the line. I totally understand that. And so I had to do some psychological maneuvering to be able to go sort of come at it from the other direction.
Right. And it's funny, I was going to ask you because you brought up the writing. I thought, I mean, a lot of us heard stories and different things back then. Obviously, it's not the way it is now where if somebody sneezes, you know it all over the world. But I was thinking, if somebody had sat down and written the story as fiction, people would probably look and go, you're going to have to change some things because nobody's ever going to believe this.
I
But
know.
it was all true.
I know. I mean, I feel like that period of time for the royal family was almost unbelievably tumultuous. There were so many things that were happening. So much of what was happening, though, was this grappling with the media, which is an inherently kind of slippery thing. You can't grab a hold of it. It doesn't have a side. It's just observing and then creating a space for opinions and reactions and dialogues and polls, and it's so contentious. And I think that it is incredible what these people had to endure. It's kind of unfathomably difficult, and to do it all whilst being watched by the world, because it's that birth of the 24-hour news cycle, which now we're, like you said, we're so aware of, but at the time it was just emerging. And so they were sort of like, well, we've got to feed the machine something. Let's just feed them these people's suffering, essentially, or this breakdown of something so personal that's becoming public. And I guess that's the real, difficulty of being a public figure, of being born into that role or stepping into it. So yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, daunting task, but you pulled it off and did it very well. Elizabeth, thank you so much for your time
Thank you.
and cheers to you.
I love that.
I
Thank
like
you.
this. One of my
I love
favorites.
it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.